Brown is a local kid out of Clovis where she is the Wildcats' all-time leading scorer. And she says playing for the Lobos in this building has been the highlight of her basketball career. So what's been the biggest difference for this Espanola team? If you ask the coaches, they'll tell you the players have bought into this program. If you ask the players themselves, well, they feel like they have something to prove every time they take the field. It's no secret that the product on the field has struggled this year. The Isotopes will finish near the bottom of the league in terms of wins and losses, but will once again finish near the top in attendance. All the more proof that baseball is a staple of the Duke City. Cox and Presley aren't the only big names to go down with injuries. This team is extremely thin and fragile right now. Cole Gauchi injured his hamstring in week 1, only to follow that up with a foot injury against UNLV. He is out for the season. Crusoe Gongbe will also miss the rest of the season with a foot injury. Carlos Wiggins, he's missed time with a hamstring as well as an ankle. The list goes on, and it's been a factor for the players.
On the bright side, for all those people who are still snowed in, at least there was good college ball on today.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you're a college football fan, today was your day. You had games all throughout the morning, capped off with 2 college football playoff games. Semifinal game number 1, Oklahoma and Clemson at the Orange Bowl. Just before the half, Baker Mayfield to Mark Andrews makes a man miss, and he's in the end zone to put the Sooners up 17-16 at the half. Jump ahead to the second half, that's when Clemson takes control. Deshaun Watson connects with Hunter Renfrow for the touchdown. Clemson advances to the national championship game 37-17. The Tigers will get the winner of today's second semifinal game. Alabama and Michigan State just kicked off at the Cotton Bowl. Right now, the two teams are scoreless in the first. The University of New Mexico men's basketball team got a much-needed win last night over Nevada. 88-76 was the final. The win snapped a 4-game losing streak for the Lobos, who got production from everyone across the board. 5 players scoring in double figures last night, led by Elijah Brown with 24 points. Head coach Craig Neal says his team coming back together was the difference.
I think they just got tired of the noise outside of our room and our locker room. And that's the most important thing. And they got tired of losing, and they faced a little bit of adversity, and they came back together.
The big story breaking before last night's game versus Nevada was the new 7-1 center Nikola Skekic has decided to transfer. Skekic watched last night's game from the stands and says he wants to go somewhere where he can have a bigger role and get more playing time. Skekic played in 10 games, averaging 7.5 minutes for the Lobos. There are reports he would be interested in transferring to St. John's.
Wherever he lands, he's got a chance to be a really good player. And I think if he would have stayed with the process like Cam Bairstow did, and what Alice Kirk did, and what Drew Gordon did, and A.J. Hardiman, then he would have been a terrific player.
As for the Lady Lobos, they too opened conference play with the win over Nevada 51-47 last night. Sharice Bainon had a team-high 14 points in the win. UNM improves to 8-4 and will host Fresno State on Saturday. If you've lost track of what New Mexico State's super sophomore Pascal Siakam has done so far this season, listen up. Siakam recorded another double-double in last night's win over Arizona Christian 81-61. He now has 12 double-doubles in 14 games, averaging nearly 24 points and 12 rebounds per game. The Aggies are 8-6 and will play at UC Irvine on Saturday. With 2015 winding down, we tend to look back on the year that was, and that's no different in sports. The New Mexico sports year was full of memorable games and performances. Tonight at 10, we'll put 2015 in review, and you won't want to miss it. And a spoiler alert, you saw some Holly Holm footage. She might have made the list.
Yeah, well, you would think so.
You think.
All right, thanks, Andy.
That's right, Chris. It was a memorable night for the Elliott family. Kyle Elliott is a 23-year-old Marine stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and hasn't been home to see his family in nearly 2 years. He returned to Albuquerque to give his dad, Craig, the best Father's Day he could have ever asked for.
I mean, the only thing I'm nervous about is if he can make the ball to the plate. So it's been a while since we played catch.
Kyle Elliott has been defending our country as a field artillery radar expert for the Marines, and he came up with this idea for Father's Day 6 months ago.
I was just thinking about my dad and thinking about Father's Day. I missed the last one, and so me and my buddy back in Japan, we came up with a plan to surprise him.
Kyle got in touch with the Isotopes and came up with the idea to have his dad, Craig, throw out tonight's first pitch.
I actually Skyped him last night, pretending I was still in Japan, and I told him that I arranged for him to throw out the first pitch.
Little did his dad, Craig, know Kyle would be disguised as a catcher receiving the first pitch.
I'm hoping he doesn't faint.
Kyle suited up and acted part of the team.
Where do you want me to sign it?
Interacted with the players.
What's up, dude? What's your name?
What's up, Kyle?
Kyle, I'm Tim.
Nice to meet you.
It's cool what you're doing, man.
Until it was time to catch the pitch.
What's up?
All right, how you doing? Oh my God!
How's it going?
That's awesome, Kyle. How'd you do that?
It was a home run for the Elliott family.
First I wasn't sure who it was, and then, all of a sudden, that's my boy.
It was one of those moments at the ballpark where you just can't help but smile.
I'm glad it all worked out. I'm glad he made it to the plate. So
Yeah, I made it to the plate.
there you go.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
There you go. There you go.
Really an emotional day over there at Isotopes Park for the Elliots. Kyle is here on leave for the next couple weeks before he returns to Japan on July 8th. Craig and his wife Wendy could not be more thankful to have their son home, even if it is just for a little while. Back to you.